It's here, the finale of the Fantastic Marble Race Cup. After 22 races, 16 marbles have become only 3: Maroon, Purple, and Forest. Maroon, the silent champion, leader of the B division ever since race B4, never left that top position of the leaderboard, but rarely mentioned as such. Purple, the unexpected comeback. After failing to qualify for the A division, they were able to get back into it after 3 races in the division swap. Ever since then, they have been on top, fighting with Forest for that first place position on the leaderboard. Forest, the broken front runner, placing first in the most races out of any other marble, however, still not managing to get into the top spot of their division. Failing several times in different races, they were still able to make it into the finals. Which of these 3 marbles will make it to the first place position today? We will find out in the Fantastic Marble Race Cup finale. Before we get to the race, I'm going to be conducting a few interviews with all the finalists. However, Maroon was not able to show up for the interview. Instead, we will have somebody who knows Maroon quite well, Black number 8.
Yes.
So, Black number 8, do you think that Maroon will be able to win the final race of the Fantastic Marble Race Cup?
Without a doubt.
And what do you think his best performance was?
It is decidedly so.
Well, that's all the time we have with you. Thanks for coming.
My sources say no.
And now, the marble who started in the B division, who defied the odds to get to the top of the A division, who got second in the semifinals, Purple.
Hi!
Purple, other than in the first few races, you've been a spectacular racer overall. You have actually placed on the podium more times than any other marble, and have never placed in last. Which race was the one you think you displayed your best performance in?
Oh, I know! That needle one!
A4 Eye of the Needle?
Yeah, that one! I did it super fast. It was super fun, too.
Indeed, you finished it in 28 seconds, rivaling Cyan's speedy completions. Now you're in the finale. How are you feeling?
Excited, happy. I know I can do it. I'll go fast and win. For pink.
Alright, thank you, Purple. You better get yourself ready for the race.
See ya!
Lastly, we have early frontrunner of the A division and the qualifiers, who had a slight drop in performance over the next few races, but still the marble with the most victories total, Forest.
Hello.
Forest, your performance has been rather inconsistent. In fact, you were nearly cut from the finale altogether by Brown, who was able to catch up to you in the last obstacle. But of course, there are a lot of highlights for you in this competition. I've asked this question to the other finalists as well. Which race do you think you performed the best in?
Definitely the conveyor clash. I performed well throughout the entire race and wasn't caught at the beginning for the first while. I was able to complete it under a minute. While it wasn't as fast as other finishes in other races, it was definitely my greatest performance.
Now, last question, the race is starting soon. Do you think you'll be able to do well here?
Yes, I've been training hard for this moment. I'm a little nervous, but I know I'll be able to do well.
Thank you, Forrest. You hurry on over to the course. And with the interviews concluded, we can finally start the race. Let's head over to the track for the finale of the Fantastic Marble Race Cup. And here we have the course for the finale of the Fantastic Marble Race Cup. A few clouds litter the sky. The marbles are about to be released now. You can see the marbles don't collide with each other, and they are relatively close. The only goal is to get to the end as fast as possible. Now, as soon as they separate, the GUI will appear the information of the race, the time, and the marbles' names and distance. You can see Maroon is now in the lead, having a gold name and distance to the finish. The number beneath the marble's name is distance in meters to the finish line. Right now, Maroon is in the lead, going quite fast down this straightaway into the loop, and the other marbles are quite far behind. You'll also notice several bulletin boards across this course for advertisements. Maroon enters the trampoline. Historically, this trampoline took a much longer time in previous tests, but they altered the scenario in which it was presented, so now it takes much less. You can see Brown making his way over to these platforms, only able to get onto the first one, while Purple is able to fly over 3, 4, and gets hit by the spinner down this chute, stopped by the wall, but is able to drop their momentum immediately, falling straight down. Very, very clever. Now Purple enters these sort of stairs and enters this spinner area. And you can see these vortex-esque spinners. You are able to ride inside of them, but that's not what you want to do. The best strategy here is to ride underneath, lest the other marbles are able to pass you. Purple flies up to the air, and you can see Forrest on the left hand of the screen, catching up to the other marbles. It is Purple who is currently in the lead, but they do seem to be getting caught quite often. That is that they get out of that section, go down 4 sets of stairs, and enter this spinner section. It is merely 4 conveyors of spinners going in alternating directions. It is possible to have to restart a section of the spinners by falling back too far and getting churned back up. Luckily, Purple is not someone who falls victim to this. They hit those neutral spinners. They don't spin by themselves. They will be spun when marbles hit them, and enters the Museum of a Bunch of Squares. Generally considered to be the hardest obstacle of this finale. It'll be a lot. Blue spinners are in fact bouncier than the other spinners. A slight camera error, but no matter. Purple is making great progress, but it is possible to have to restart a section based on a terrible bounce like that. That allows Maroon to get up into the lead, but Purple is fighting back, and all 3 marbles are very close to each other. However, it does seem as though the camera is getting a little confused over who's in the lead, switching very rapidly. It's a consequence of the difficulty of this section. Purple gets knocked back along with the other marbles. Forrest now in the lead. Purple takes it back. This section is very, very much more difficult than the other sections, despite it being rather simple. Purple is able to make it over past the 300 meters, but cannot maintain that and falls back. They go back over, and they try to get through. They get over, they get through that area, but they do get knocked back once more. They need to maintain a rhythm of sorts if they want to not get knocked back. They are already past the 300-meter mark again. The other marbles don't seem to be doing much better. They seem to be struggling as well. Bouncing off the tops of the spinners, Forrest comes along. Will Forrest be able to pass Purple? Forrest was in 3rd for a very large majority of the beginning of the race. 5 minutes in, Purple still in the lead, bounces unfavorably actually, very far back. None of the other marbles are able to capitalize off of this though. They're still behind. But as I say that, Forrest is now in the screen. Purple is falling very far back. And Forrest, with a great launch, actually is able to pass Purple and is actually able to get outside and across this bridge sort of thing and fall down into the final obstacle, other than final mobile obstacle, and they're able to ride over the top of it. Normally marbles will have to wait for the holes to open up, but no, you can see all the different credits here on these signs. Forrest is speeding past this section. Normally the marbles take much longer to get past here, but no, Forrest goes straight through. We see back here Purple and Maroon still struggling. No chance, as Forrest finishes in a time of 6 minutes, 3 seconds, and 79 milliseconds. Congratulations, Forrest, for winning the fantastic Marble Race Cup. We can see now Purple has passed the spinner area and will now be making their way to the end, through the bridge and through the giant circles. maybe purple will be able to ride. No, they will go straight through and finish the obstacle in its intended way, waiting for the circle openings to get open and allow the marble passage. You can see slightly bouncy. The center circle is slightly more difficult. You can see maroon not doing so well, getting launched all the way back, but we can see purple still in the center, able to get past another one, bounces back, falls, and it seems as though they will be able to complete it very quickly. And they slowly exit, and we can see the credits once more. Austin Eastwood, John Dubuck, Yellow Pancake, Meadow is Char 1, Bob the Great, The Marvelous Marbler, Stack of All Trades, David Cross, the IMC, and finally, you. Thank you. We see purple slowly making their way past this credit section into the final obstacle. Originally, this bridge was longer, but it was deemed too long and unnecessary, so they added holes in order to preserve the scaffolding. Purple is able to finish in a time of 7 minutes, 49 seconds, and 3 milliseconds. We will cut to Maroon's finish. And Maroon comes bounding down behind the arrow and finishes. 10 minutes, 21 seconds, and 69 milliseconds. Purple seems to be missing, but oh well. Congratulations, Forrest, once again for winning first.